proof that this person is a good relationship unless you've actually had a really bad relationship.
Yeah.
You have to compare it.
Nobody tells you that in health class, or any of the.
Yeah. Oh boy.
But yeah,
I hated health class. I was like, what the hell? Like at the age that I was, I think it was grade 7 when I first had my first like sex health. I was looking at everything like, what the hell? Like, ew, this is disgusting.
Yeah,
look where I ended up.
Barely paying attention. I'm not gonna lie. I just knew when I touched my penis, it felt good. Like that's all I did. I just knew something felt good, or when other people touched it, it felt even better.
That is so funny. That's so hilarious. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What about? Oh yeah. See, some people go like this. So what made you get into the adult industry? I'm like, I don't know. I've always been a slut. Now I'm getting paid for it.
So have I, but for different reasons. I've been a slut for bad jokes. Yeah, I think you and I have similar paths in that regard. That's why we started the show. We have ridiculous conversations, and we're
I have to tell you another thing. Okay, so a guy added me on Facebook. He looks familiar. The name is a little different. The first name's the same. I recognize the tattoos. And he goes, hey, have you been? I haven't talked to you in so long. And I said, okay, I added you, but I'm not sure if we know each other. And he goes, hey, it's me. And he says his real name. And I said, oh, God, I didn't recognize you. Like, one, he's a little bit thinner. He's, I don't know, a little bit older, but he still looks young kind of thing. And I said, I recognize the tattoos. And the first thing I recognized was, I know those tattoos. Why do I know those tattoos? and then I'm like, oh shit, did I sleep with this guy?
That was situation recognition.
I recognize your tattoos. And then he's like this. He's like, he tells me his name. I'm not going to say it. And I was like, damn. I was like, okay. He goes, okay, you put a different last name, maybe on Facebook, whatever the reasons is. And he goes, I've been in jail for 10 years. I was like, what? I didn't even know you were in jail. And he goes, so I saw that you did porn and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, who told you? How do you know? Like, I mean, I knew this guy a while ago. No. It wasn't just 10 years, but my whole marriage. So I remember he was at my bachelorette party, like a Jack and Jill, and I never saw him since. That was about 19 years ago.
Wow.
So I hadn't seen him in 19 years, but supposedly he was in jail for 10 years. And I was like, well, who told you? Because I'm curious which one of my friends like gossiped about me. He goes, no, I was in jail, and every Friday they let us watch the TV show you were in, Web Dreams. I was like, what? They let you watch Web Dreams in jail? And I said, I've heard of that. Somebody else told me that. I had 2 other people from jail come to Windsor when they got out of Windsor jail. They came to my adult store and they told me they were big fans because they watched it every Friday in jail. And I was like, that is crazy. I was like, oh my God, that is so funny. But there you go. Oh yeah. And he says, oh, what got you into that? I go, well, you remember, I always used to like sex. And of course I had sex with him only once, but he was a friend of mine for over years. And he was in my friend circle, but I did have sex with him once.
No,
as a fuck buddy. It was a fuck buddy.
Anal or no anal? Sounds anal.
No, but he remembers the story was the story that I tell everybody what the craziest sex story I have. He's the person in it, which was I had sex on the roof of a warehouse studio, the studio that I was living in Toronto, and it was right at the entrance of a Don Valley Parkway, the DVP entrance at Queen, and lots of cars could see us. There was a helicopter that went by, could see us. was butt naked. I stood up, I waved to the helicopter naked, and then we had sex, and then I fell asleep. And I told you I got this huge crazy tan line because I was black everywhere.
Well, that's just a news helicopter, and you were just on the news. Can you imagine? How that
It was you know what helicopter it was? It was like one of those highway. You know, they tell you what the highway is on like the local news. It was one of those helicopters. They go on the highway and they go, "Oh, this is a traffic jam. Oh, there's a couple having sex on a roof." And I waved to them and everything. I know they saw me. I know they saw me because I could almost see their faces. That's how close they were. And then when I fell asleep, his arm was all over me. And I was like so black because the roof was black tar. So we fell asleep and the sun made me black, except for like an arm that went over me, which was lighter. It was hilarious. And he remembered that. And I was like, oh my God. Oh, Jesus.
It's like when you make a turkey, like when you're a little kid, but with like you just trace along the outline of your hand. Like that's what he had.
Yeah. Yeah. So crazy. It was right before I met Scott, though.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
You lived an interesting life, Maxine X. I feel like I'm a fucking Boy Scout compared to you.
I lived a very interesting life. There's a lot of stories you don't even know yet. I'm going to write about it in my book.
I think so. I think I might have to be your biographer.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I'll put you in it.